the Dogs can afford to roar. Look at that final scoreline. Footscray, 1911, 125, a percentage-boosting win over Brisbane. 8 goals, 8.56. And in the last 3 quarters, Footscray kicked 19 goals, 10. And the Bears kicked 5 goals, 6. Main contributors, Chris Grant finished the night with 6 goals, Glenn Coleman 4, Brian Royal 3, 2 each to Wigney, and Hawkins in singles to Atkins, Del Rey. In a great team performance was for the Brisbane Bears, 4 to Merritt, 2 to Hardy, and 2 to Mark Williams. So the Dogs and their Jubilant Dogs, Tony Liberatore, Doug Hawkins, Danny Del Rey, Peter Foster and co, leave the ground. Jubilation for the Dogs, but bitter disappointment for the Bears. Repeating the score, Footscray 1911, 125. Brisbane 88-56.
There's never been a better time to have a good time. There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time. You've never seen a better time for a good time Aussie holiday.
There's never been a better time because right now the sun's still up, but the prices are down. So you can spend more time away or spend less money. Everything's ready and waiting. So why are you waiting? Call the Good Time Holiday line for some of the best holiday value ever.
There's never been a better time. You've never seen a better time for a good time Aussie holiday.
Have a good time!
There's never been a better time for your family to enjoy Queensland's beautiful Maroochydore and Sunshine Coast. Yours from only $277. Contact the Queensland Government Travel Centre or your travel agent.
Have a good time Aussie holiday.
Come on!
Right now at Darrell Twit Motors, it's your chance to get a better deal than ever before on any commercial. That includes the Go Anywhere Maverick with wagon, cab chassis and pickup versions to choose from. Ford's high-performance Falcon utes, built to work as hard as you do. Plus the Ford range of vans from the Econovan Workhorse with factory bonuses to the comfort of the Spectra. For the money and the value, no other commercial comes close. Darrell Twit Motors, Benalla Road, Shepparton. We do give you more.
What can people do when they visit the Baruga Sports Club? Well, there's golf, of course, or a few sets of tennis. Lunch or dinner in the bistro. For a great night out, they visit the restaurant, open for dinner every night but Monday, and live bands at the weekend. They'll certainly try their luck at the pokies, with jackpots to go, and enjoy the Friday night happy hour. I guess they all like the friendly atmosphere. Care to join them? Baruga Sports Club, the friendly club.
Okay, guys and girls, once again we've taken all your favourites and whacked them into one shop. Traffic, where fashions never stop. It's nothing but the best, with all your famed name labels like Corfu, Staggers, Replay and Esprit, all to get you looking good. Top it off all over and warm your winter in this city's coolest casuals. Get the style, get the look, get your body into traffic, where fashions never stop.
If you are looking for an excellent range of travel and leather goods, go no further than Bush's Blinds. There's a large range including leather handbags, beauty cases and beach bags. Oroton and Artex leather goods, an ideal present for someone special or yourself. For really going places, there are overnight bags, suitcases and overseas travel kits, also school bags and cases, shopping jeeps, sports and bowls cases. All at Bush's Blinds, Fraser Street, Shepparton.
Final scoreline here at Carrara, and what a disappointing last 3 quarters for Brisbane, but full credit to the Bulldogs. They kicked only a behind in the first term, but then they went berserk. 1911, 125, Brisbane 88-56 to try and explain just what happened. Don Scott, what did happen, Don?
Well, we made mention, Sandy, at quarter time that it didn't look good for the Brisbane Bears. They were leading by 19 points. And Footscray didn't have a really good player in that first quarter, and their margin was really only 3 goals, and the Footscray guys could only but improve, and that's what they did do. And I suppose you could say Brisbane, for the amount of play they had in the first quarter, really didn't capitalise. And when Footscray clawed their way back into the game, then they started to play very confident football, started to go long like that, which they didn't do early in the game. Brisbane, on the other hand, reverted back to that indirect game, which they do because of the fact that they don't win in certain positions. They play a possession game, and they looked a little bit better on occasions when they got the ball down there a little quicker. But Brisbane, well, they've got a lot of problems. I think one player that tries very, very hard in the half-back flank is Martin Leslie, who's moved onto the ball to try and give them something. Mark Zanotti tried reasonably hard. I suppose Scott McIver, but just lacked direction at the moment.
Bill McDonald said at three-quarter time, just while we have a look at these stats, that Norm Dare virtually threw his hands up in the air and said, well, look, you just go out and do whatever you like, and we'll see who gets a game next week.
Just looking at those stats, that's an incredible number of handballs by Footscray, 150. That is incredible. That is really incredible. I'm staggered at that.
Back to Norm Dare at three-quarter time.
Yes, well, I can appreciate the situation and that he's in, because it's really, you know, I really don't know what he could do. I thought of moves he could make, and he tried a few, like, as I said, Martin Leslie going onto the ball. He shifted Harris up forward, but I really do think it comes back to the direction of play. You know, they do go wide. They have guys that cheat and stand on the outside hoping for the easy ball to come out. They've got to go and get the ball, and they just didn't do that on occasions tonight. Also, they've got a few players that are just a little slow, and they are found out on occasion.
By the same token, are we detracting from the Footscray performance?
Well, Footscray, they did play very well. As they became more confident, their style of play really did improve. But I think the first quarter left a lot to be desired. They really weren't zipped up. The game was there for anybody to win, and Footscray really didn't take the bit between the teeth in the first quarter.
It's a very open season, Don. I think they're just sitting outside the fire. Would they be worthy Final 5 aspirants?
Oh, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, when the other sides really, the top sides really put Footscray under the microscope and really start and hassle them, I think they'll be a little brittle. But they're doing very well. They've got, we saw Grant tonight, who did well. It's about time he started to come into the game. But with a young fellow like that, you can't expect a 17-year-old to perform like a seasoned professional. It was good that Coleman went down there in the third quarter and gave a little bit of strength, you know, and then he could move around. The responsibility wasn't on Grant at that stage. And Wigney, I thought, was a very, very good player at centre-half forward. He was a very mature player for his age.
All right, Don, thank you for that report. Let's, at this stage, have a look at some of the sporting action coming up on 7, because there certainly is plenty in the weeks to come. Don't forget, of course, all the sports world action can be seen on 7 every Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. It gets underway for 3 hours. Of course, Adelaide, it is 8:30. Tomorrow, plenty of boxing. Jeff Fennick live in the studio. And we've also got an in-depth interview with Mike Tyson, talking for the first time about his loss to Buster Douglas and his fight coming up early next June to try and help him to have another crack at Douglas in the future. All that action coming your way on Sports World, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, 8:30 in Adelaide. Well, the round will be completed tomorrow. 2 big games. Richmond play Sydney, and the West Coast Eagles play host to Geelong. D-Day really for Geelong. The Eagles, however, so far this season have done very little wrong, particularly at home. Let's take this preview of that game from Peter Landy.
The 1989 Geelong Hawthorn Grand Final was, as nearly every football fan will remember, one of the best of the decade. Good reason, certainly, why both clubs should enjoy continued success during the 1990s. So far, at least, however, the season has been anything but a dream run for both clubs, with injuries and poor form making life a misery for the respective coaches. At Geelong, Malcolm Blight has more than his share of worries. Mark Bairstow left the club with a large hole to fill that so far hasn't been adequately attended to. Surprise losses to Richmond at home in round 7, when the Cats went under by 14 points, and then last week under lights in Sydney, when the home side got up by 9 points, have left the club reeling a game and percentage out of the 5.
It's perhaps just some of the movement of the ball. Our skill just hasn't been anywhere near as sharp, probably for the last 2 weeks as it was for the month before. So it's really probably that skill thing that's just let us down.
Over in Perth, however, things have turned out much better for Mick Malthouse and the Eagles. Since demolishing Collingwood at Subiaco in round 1 by 46 points, the club hasn't looked back and is now sitting firmly in second position on the ladder with 6 wins and a rather healthy percentage. Away wins against Footscray in round 3 at the Western Oval and a winning margin of 63 points, and later against the Tigers at the MCG in round 6 by 35, have proved the side can win matches away from Subiaco and the Wacker.
It's going to be one of those games, I think, that in the final wash-up could have a bearing on the 5. And, you know, certainly we understand it here, that a good win maintains our percentage and also gives a 3-game gap between us and one of last year's finalists.
Yes, 2 big games, the West Coast Eagles and Geelong, live from Subiaco, and in replay, Richmond and Sydney. But don't forget, check your local guides for specific times. We shall take a break, but we've still got plenty more footy, so stay with us.
Sometimes
yourself an instant scratcher.
Australian Sports Drug Agency. Play fair. Stay healthy. You can win without drugs.
Well, the Footscray fans and no doubt the Footscray players very happy with tonight's result, and I'm sure their coach Terry Wheeler is also. Here he is now talking with Bill McDonald.
Thanks, Andy. That's exactly right. Well, Terry interrupted preparation. He didn't arrive up here till this afternoon about 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, you must be wrapped with this win.
Yeah, very good win. You know, from both our grades, the reserves having to get stripped on the bus coming down to the ground, and they've had a good win. our preparation wasn't ideal by any stretch of the imagination. It took us at least the quarter to get our legs going again, because as you might have heard here, a few of the boys, Fozzie and Hawk, thought it was a pretty rough flight, and it was at times. So to be able to finish in the 3 quarters as we did, I'm very pleased with the effort.
Do you expect it to be as big a win as what it was?
No, I don't think you could ever expect a win like that in AFL football. I think after quarter time, the Bears really didn't give the opposition that we expected from. You know, they obviously they've got some injuries with some of their key players, and they weren't able to play as well. I'm happy to have caught them in that situation and going home with a win.
Obviously, things are looking good now. We talked about the match being vital tonight to keep in touch with the final 5 or the top 5. Obviously, a great chance for that.
Yes, things are going. That's 5 wins now out of the 9 games, and you know, we've been sitting just outside the 5. And with Geelong next week, then Richmond, we've got a chance of perhaps picking up another couple before the turn to home.
Everyone played well tonight, I suppose, the last 3 quarters there, but your small man tonight carved the Bears up.
Yeah, I mean, if we have got a strength that is in that small man brigade with Royal, Colonial, Liberatore, McGuinness, Atkins, Wallace, and even our lad Stephen Wallace when he returns to the side. So if that's our strength, that's what we're going to make the most of, and tonight those guys certainly did.
Well, you won 5 away from home now. When are you going to start winning a few at home?
When we go back next time against Richmond. I think we've played 3 good sides at home. We've got Geelong at Cardinia Park next week, which will be very, very hard. Then Richmond at home. Yeah, we're ready to turn the tables at the Western Oval.
Some big celebrations tonight?
Hawk and the boys made a pact that if we lost, no one was going out tonight. We've won, so we're going out.
Righto, enjoy it. Thanks very much.
Yes, I think there could be a few celebrations tonight by both the seniors and reserves, and just it makes you wonder where Footscray would have been placed had they been successful on their home turf this season. But that's the game of footy. We'll take a break. Still more to come.
Farmers who grow oilseed and legume crops are demanding tough justice for grassweeds, and Verdict 104 from Dow is it. Verdict 104 is a post-emergent herbicide that I've seen work on grasses in broadleaf crops. It's reliable, it's cost-effective. Ask your Dow rep for details or pick up this brochure. You'll reach the same verdict we did.
Verdict 104 from Dow. It's the toughest sentence for grassweeds.
G'day, stranger.
Hey.
Service?
Nah. Change over.
That'll knock a fair bit off the price of a newie.
Reckon I should stick with Still?
Well, we don't sell anything else.
Yeah. Why?
Oh, German engineering, safety features, 60-year-old company, service, spares, backup.
Well, if you can't decide, I can. I'll take the turbo.
Oh, the vet, boss. Dearest.
Your local Still dealers are Ray Wason Motorcycles in Rowan Street, Wangaratta, Kevin Hobbs in Hovell Street, Wodonga, and LA and LJ Bradshaw on the Midland Highway, Swanpool. Remember, Still the best.
If you're into home videos, going on a holiday, or just a cocky grandparent, you need the new compact VHS video camera from Shepherd & Cameron Video House. Simply whack in a tape, aim, and push the go button. Everything's automatic, so any fool can use one. It's great for catching those irreplaceable moments. There's even instant playback through the camera and on your home VHS. So get into Hollywood at Shepherd & Cameron Video House. No risk.
Attention all landlords. Select Home Listing offers you a totally computerized tenants referral system, and it's absolutely free to you, free to all landlords. So now, rental accommodation isn't a problem anymore. Select Home Listings, providing the tenant and the landlord with efficient and quick listings. It's so easy. Just call in or phone the office near you. Remember, it's Select you should see. It's free.
Come home to Heat Charm, the ultimate fan-force slow combustion heater, designed and manufactured in Australia, with an extra-large firebox and cast-iron lined walls for greater heat transfer. Heat Charm is designed for overnight burning, giving you real home heating economy. Heat Charm is also available as an insert to fit existing brick chimneys. See and feel the proven Australian performer. Heat Charm at these stores now.
Wednesday.
I need a new bed. My old one is falling apart.
Meet the Golden Girls.
You have no idea what it's like dating a superhero.
They may have their heads in the clouds, but they'll have you in stitches.
Draw your own conclusions.
8 o'clock Wednesday night on Vic TV.
Let's now have a look at some individual stats, and Tony Liberatore, Don, almost 40 possessions.
A good effort, isn't it? 40 possessions. Look at the handballs, but have a look at the tackles. 9 tackles. Isn't it fantastic to see a rover doing that type of thing as well as going out and picking up possessions? A great effort from the little fellow.
Mark Zanotti for the Bears?
I thought he was a trier, and I thought he really did try hard. He started half-back, went onto the wing, and there's not too many Bears could lift their head, but maybe a compliment because Simon Atkins was taken off him in the last quarter.
Another of the Footscray running players was Tony McGuinness, and he had a big night.
Yes, I thought he started off rather slowly. He was a little bit indecisive of what to do with some of his kicks, when he would go long, short, or, you know, and he really didn't place them initially. But as the game went on, he started to get into it a little bit better, and to finish up with 34 possessions, not a bad effort.
One of the great tries for the Bears was Martin Leslie.
I thought he was, Sandy, on the half-back line. I thought he really did try hard. He was just overwhelmed at the end, but he was moved onto the ball to give them a little bit of a lift, but he is having a good season.
He's known as the plough, and that's what he did tonight. Terry Wallace.
Yes, well, he's not getting much distance with his kicks, Terry. He's kicking, he really wasn't a good kick in all his career, but the point is he's really not getting much distance, but he is becoming more team-orientated. His handball, 21, a great effort.
And John Gastev for Brisbane.
Well, I like the way Gastev's going about his game at the moment. I watched him. He started to develop a little bit of grit into his game, and a lot of West Australians really don't possess that quality, but he's gradually learning it. He played in the back pocket. I like the way he held on, used his body initially on the resting Rovers, and last year he's more or less on the forward line around the ground. He won their best and fairest, and he's slowly coming back to grips with it. We've mentioned it about his illness, but with 23 possessions, it's not a bad effort considering.
Time now to check the CUB AFL Premiership Season League ladder.
And let's have a look at the ladder now, bearing in mind, of course, that we still have 2 games to be played. But Don, with Melbourne being defeated today by Hawthorn, the West Coast still to play tomorrow, and Footscray winning tonight, there is still a tremendous amount of interest, isn't there, in that 5? And Geelong, of course, to play tomorrow.
Well, Geelong, they may get up there, but, you know, between 2nd and 5th and 8th place, there's still a chance.
OK, let's go down to the Bears dressing room. I guess the jubilation won't be there as it was in the Dogs room. Here's Bill again, this time with Norm Dare. Bill?
Exactly right, Sandy. Well, Norm, I suppose, how do you sum this display up tonight?
Well, in one word, disgraceful, Bill.
Pretty shocked with it all?
Pardon?
Pretty shocked with it all?
Shock, well,
Obviously.
I don't know. We're 2nd, 3rd bottom. We're on the bottom where we belong now, so if that doesn't upset everybody in the club to fight our way out of it, then nothing will. But the thing that worries me more than anything is when you give players jobs to do, they want to run off and do their own thing and not pick their men up. I don't think we've got the ball out of 1 boundary throw-in or 1 centre bounce we've got to clear. And the people in those areas just don't take enough responsibility on themselves to place enough importance on the position they've got there.
Where do you head to from here now?
Well, we just got to train harder. If we can't match it with them skills, we can't match it with them running, we just got to get tougher and harder. But unfortunately, we don't tackle hard, we don't pick our men up. So, you know, it's a great old saying, back to basics, but we're really further back than that. And everybody in the club, not only the seniors, the seconds, were absolutely disgraceful too. And I just don't think there's enough pride amongst us at the moment to want to perform.
Can that change? I mean, where do you head to now? I mean, changes next week? Is it too early to talk about that?
Well, when I decide tonight, if I pick the team now, I'd probably make about 10.
OK, mate. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Bill.
Yes, interesting, Don, and...
you feel for him, don't you?
My word, you do.
He's pretty open about it, and...
Well, he's very open, but the sad thing is, when he said that there's not enough pride, I mean, basically within the club, they've got a major problem.
It's a problem, Sandy. I mean... I feel for the man, that's all I can say, and you know, it's so frustrating when you ask guys to do jobs, as he said, and they just don't do it. They just want to do their own thing. You feel like strangling them, but you can't do that. You've got to push on, and as he said, he's desperate. He's very, very desperate.
We won't report on any strangulations this week, but good luck to them in the weeks to come. That just about wraps up our coverage. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you from here at Carrara. Don't forget, it's a big day of sport tomorrow on 7, starting off with Sports World, car racing, football and more.
He's every inch a hero, the kind to get things done. Beneath that grip of steel, there hides some mother's favorite son. All the world needs heroes, one for all and all for one.
Stay tuned for a roundup of today's local football results in Football Scoreboard. And that's the first of our late movies, the adventure drama from 1939, The Four Feathers.
The spirit and the passion, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. They got the heart.
This has been a 7 Sport production for the Australian Television Network.
Favorite songs.
This AFL telecast was proudly brought to you by 4 and 20, the great Australian taste.
They have Daddy's little girl.
I said get in! He hasn't enough.
Please let her go. And Daddy is getting angry.
I can't sit around and do nothing anymore.
Very angry.
When you get tired of waiting for your daughter to be released through official channels, call me.
Are you crazy?
Cut the crap. I don't want to take Karen home in a coffin.
Don't make a sound.
Just wait there, we're on the way.
Then get the hell here, please!
I said, say goodbye.
Jesus, a father's revenge. 8:30 Monday.
Australian Rotary Health Research is a national project established by Rotarians across the country. Research is currently being conducted in the environmental areas affecting the elderly, helping them to enjoy their later years. Rotary, serving those in need. And here is the Football Scoreboard, brought to you by Brains Building City.
I'm going to the city now.
Vic Sport now presents Football Scoreboard.
Good evening and welcome to Football Scoreboard. Due to the Vic Health Country Championships, we don't have all leagues tonight. However, the Goulburn Valley League results are brought to you by WB Hunter Shepparton. Kyabram 19-10-124 defeated Shep United 15-13-103. Tutura 16-19-115 were too good for Seymour 11-10-76. Tongala 17-14-116 to Shepparton 13-10-88. League leaders Euroa 22-18-150 defeated Mooroopna 8-16-64. Rochester 15-16-106 to Lemnos 12-9-81 and Echuca had the bye. The results from the Ovens and Murray League are brought to you by T&J Timber and Hardware Shepparton. Aubrey 14-19-103 defeated Wangaratta 10-11-71. Myrtleford 15-5-95 went down to Benalla 18-11-119. Wodonga 22-9-141 were too strong for Lavington 19-13-127. Wodonga Raiders 5-13-43 to North Aubrey 19-16-130. The Wangaratta Rovers 11-14-88 lost to the Yarrawonga Pigeons 16-10-106. The Pecola League results are brought to you by the Cobram Baruga Golf Club. Yarrawea 17-10-112 had a convincing win over Kattunga 13-6-84. Blighty 30-20-200, that's a 146-point win over Wanyu 7-12-54. Mathara 19-20-134 to Denny Rovers 5-8-36 and YI 38-118 to Pecola 10-15-75. The Tungamar League results are brought to you by the Overlander Hotel Motel Shepparton. Shep East 26-16-154 to Tungamar 16-7-103. In a close encounter, All Blacks 12-9-81 defeated Katandra 12-6-78. Mansfield 24-11-155 to Gupna 9-10-64. Alexandra 20-16-136 to Katamatite 15-15-105 and Uduki United had the bye. The Kyabram and District League results are brought to you by Bonlac Stores and Uncle Ben's Dog Food. Ngambie 9-15-69 went down to Avenel 27-16 178. Merrigham 16-17 113 to Gagari 14-18 102. Yea 11-13 79 to Talagarupna 25-16 166. Ardmona 11-10 76 defeated by Lancaster 17-6 108. Andira 16-7 103 defeated Murchison 12-13 85. Here are the results from the Benalla and District League. Glenrowan 7-7 49 defeated by Devonish 14-10 94. Bonnie Doon 28-22 190 to Swanpool 6-10 46. Goorumbat 5-5 35 to Thornton Eildon 24-25 169. Violet Town 30-21 201 had a big win over Tatong 9-5 59 and Longwood had the bye. I hope your team fared better than mine today, and good night.
See the team results from your league each week on Football Scoreboard.
The Building City, corner of Benalla Road and Callister Street, Shepparton.
I'm going to the city now.
Hey, what are you watching? Oh, you should see this. You're missing some great stuff. Yeah? Who's winning? By the looks of this, we are. See? Hang on, all I can see is the ad. Well, with nothing over $50, I reckon we'd have to be in front. Now, that's the first winner you've tipped all season. Just you, just me, just G.
There's something on telly I want you to watch, Norm.
Well, that's a turn-up. The more or less diet. What you eat has a great effect on your health. The more or less diet encourages you to eat more of those foods that are beneficial to good health and less of those foods that are low in nutrition.
Eat more breads and cereals. Eat more breads and cereals. Eat more fruit and vegetables. Eat more fruit and vegetables. And be more active.
Are you listening to that, Norm?
Sure.
What?
Oh, I said more.
Eat less fat. Eat less salt. Eat less sugar. Eat less fat. Eat less salt. Eat
Are you still listening, Norm?
Yes.
What?
I said less.
For a copy of the More or Less Diet, write to the Food and Nutrition Project.
Soils move due to drought and heavy rain. Man alone is unable to stop this loss of the farm's greatest asset. The farmer suffers, but the nation can help. With well-planned windbreaks, more natural moisture is held in farm soils. Stock use less feed to maintain themselves. A more saleable product is produced on the farm. The farm keeps its topsoil where it belongs, to go on and produce another bumper year. Plan your farm's future. Select the right trees and get the voluntary help to develop your project. Contact the Australian Trust for Conservation Volunteers, Post Office Box 412 Ballarat, or phone for details of your nearest regional office.
Our children, the disabled and the elderly are being helped by Australian Rotary Health Research. Rotary, serving those in need.
10 o'clock Wednesday.
We're talking about videotape footage.
Take some candid home videos. An attorney without scruples. You've got Arnie's favourite case.
It's perverted, it's what I live for.
LA Law, 10 o'clock Wednesday.